up the Contract Administration Board meeting for February 27, 2017 at 3:40 p.m. In attendance, I would like to note that Deputy County Executive Phil Calderon is in attendance. Bruce Hidley, County Clerk, is in attendance. Chairman of the County Legislature, Sean Ward, is excused. First item of action for this agenda is to accept the minutes from the January 23rd, 2017 CAB meeting minutes.
So moved.
And I'll second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? The minutes from January 23rd are accepted and approved. First on our agenda today is contract number 3379. The department is the Correctional Facility. The vendor is Cone, Inc. The estimated term of the contract is 30 months. The scope of services is elevator maintenance. There's 5 elevators in the facility. It is 100% county funded, and the estimated amount is $28,500. I now open the floor for comments or questions.
Good afternoon. The facility is requesting to enter into a 30-month contract with Cone Inc. to provide maintenance services to 5 elevators in the facility. Cone's been servicing these elevators under the old contract since 10/1/2002. This contract will run through 3/31/19.
And it starts, what's the starting date on it?
The starting date was 9/30/16. The last one expired on 9/30/16.
Okay.
So we've been basically just continuing to come in and maintaining the service.
So this $28,500 would be for
30 months.
the 30-month term then?
Yes.
Okay. Any other questions or comments? I'll entertain a motion.
So moved.
And I'll second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstention? It's carried. Next on the agenda is contract number 3403. The department is the Board of Elections. The vendor is ES&S Election Systems and Software. The estimated amount is $81,285. It's a one-year term. The scope of services as follows: renewal of the bronze maintenance and support service agreement for our DS200 ballot scanners, AutoMark ballot marking device, and EMS software program. This is a one-year service agreement from 4/1/2017 through 3/31/2018. It is 100% county funded. I now open the floor for comments or questions.
Yes, Bruce. Thank you. ES&S is our vendor. They supply the Board of Elections with the electronic voting machines, and we've had them for over 5 years now. They're no longer under warranty, so we have to have a maintenance agreement to repair and upgrade the hardware, firmware, and software on both the DS200 scanners and the AutoMark ballot marking devices. This is a sole source contract, obviously, and it's we do it from year to year. And the bronze level is the lowest level, available for the maintenance. And if you don't have a maintenance agreement with them, you can't get upgrades to the software. So there's not too much room to maneuver here. We have been satisfied with the quality of the services that we've been getting from ES&S, and they've been responsive and what have you. I think it's just the world that you live in. You have to maintain these things, and it gets expensive after a while. But this, like I said, this is the lowest level that we can get. So I would urge the board to adopt it.
Well, obviously, we understand the importance of maintaining these election devices and the importance of having them right up to snuff and working in order for your department. Is there any other further comments or questions? I'll entertain a motion.
So moved.
And I'll second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Your contract is carried.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Next on the agenda is contract number 3409. It's the nursing home. The vendor is Financial Health Services Consultants, LLC. The estimated amount is $99,000. The estimated term is 6/1/17 through 5/31/18. It's to provide past due collection services, including private pay, resident income, third-party insurances, and potentially Medicaid and Medicare payments, and, when necessary, denial payments. Fees for their services will be based on the revenue that is received. It is 100% county funded. I now open the floor for comments or questions.
not asking for a change in amount. This is the same amount originally approved. And it's not that we see the amount based on revenue that they received for us on bad debt. We're only asking for the dates that we changed in the contract that's expired.
Thank you, Mr. Slappy. Any other further questions or comments? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion.
So moved.
And I'll second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? It's carried. Next on the agenda, we have contract number 3397. It is again the nursing home. The vendor is M.M. Hayes Company Incorporated. The estimated amount is $42,898. The estimated term is 36 months. The scope of services as follows. M.M. Hayes Company provides the Kronos hardware and software for the timekeeping system. They own the dealership rights for the Albany region for Kronos and are the sole provider. The maintenance contract expires 3/31/2017. And see attached previous CMS submission number 2680 for details and previous documentation. This contract will provide for updates and maintenance of the system for the next 3 years. The pricing is as follows from April 2017 through March 2018, $13,865. April 2018 through March 2019, $14,232. And April 2019 through March 2020, $14,801. It is 100% county funded. I now open the floor for comments or questions.
This is a 3-year maintenance agreement to maintain the Kronos system, and it's detailed what work will be done by M.M. Hayes in upgrading the software within Kronos to maintain it on an annual basis, or if there are problems with the software.
Okay. Any other questions? Entertain a motion.
So moved.
I'll second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Contract is carried. You're welcome. Next on the agenda is contract number 3406. The department is the sewage treatment. The vendor is Turboden. The estimated term is 2 months. The estimated amount is $26,120. The scope of service is on-site commissioning services for organic Rankine cycle unit. It is 100% county funded. I now open the floor for comments or questions.
Sir, the district is requesting authorization to enter into a contract with Turboden, a company based in Italy that built the organic Rankine cycle system used by the district to generate electricity from the waste heat off of our incinerators. The unit has been down for almost 2 years as we have been making modifications to the heat transfer unit. The district feels it's necessary to inspect the unit and recommission it as we are ready to restart it. The district does have the funds available in the budget to cover the cost.
It's very interesting. They're from Italy, though.
They are. It's a
And there's no
one-of-a-kind
way we
device.
could arrange to go over there.
We'd like to go see the factory.
Any other questions or comments? I'll entertain a motion,
So moved.
and I'll second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Your contract is carried. Next on the agenda is contract number 3399. Department is Health. The vendor is Seton Health Foundation / St. Peter's Health Partners. The estimated amount is $86,545. The estimated term is 2/1/17 through 1/31/22. The scope of service is as follows. St. Peter's Health Partners seeks to contract with the Albany County Department of Health to provide the following service in conjunction with the Creating Breastfeeding Friendly Community Initiatives, Albany County Department of Health to coordinate community-wide breastfeeding partnership, Albany County government facilities to serve as work sites for community-based breastfeeding interventions, and refer to the attached contract provided by Seton Health Foundation, St. Peter's Health Partners. Now, this is broken up into 2 fiscal impacts. The county share will be 64%, and the state will be 36%. I now open the floor for questions or comments.
Good afternoon. So this is a request from the Health Department. It's a 5-year contract to partner with St. Peter's to start to provide breastfeeding coalitions throughout the county for healthy birth outcomes and healthy children thereafter. So this is a request for a contract, and in conjunction with this, we're also doing a budget amendment through an RLA to accommodate this.
Any further questions? Entertain a motion,
So moved.
and I'll second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Carried. Next on the agenda is contract number 3045. The department is Health Department. The vendor is Whitney M. Young Jr. Health Services. The estimated amount is $26,900. The estimated term is 9/115 through 9/29/17. And this is a contract amendment, and it's amending contract number 2807 to revise existing dates of 9/115 through 9/29/16 to 9/115 through 9/29/17 with no other changes to the contract, and this is 100% federally funded. I now open the floor for comments or questions.
Thank you. So this is a continuation of an agreement we have with Whitney Health right now. We're working with them under the auspices of our local impact grant. So the gist of the grant is to provide services to prevent and control diabetes, obesity, heart disease, and Whitney Young provides some of the services as part of that.
Okay. So we're just really...
So there's no other changes.
No
We're
other
just
changes.
extending the
Just
the
extending
term
the
of it.
agreement.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, how's the feds with that? Are they okay with that change of date?
Yeah, they're fine. It was actually a grant that had a longer term. Our initial term with Whitney Young, we decided we would extend our term with them. So the
Okay,
grant
great.
itself is fine.
Okay, great. Any other questions? I'll entertain a motion.
So moved.
And I'll second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Contract is carried. Next on the agenda is contract number 3426. The department is Health. The vendor is Eddy Licensed Home Care Agency Incorporated. The estimated amount is $47,750. The estimated term is 1/117 through 9/30/17. And again, this is an amendment to the agreement, so the scope of services will be to extend the term date from 11/116 through 3/31/17 through 1/117 through 9/30/17. The total reimbursement amount has been unchanged, and the Albany County Department of Health is providing the home-based asthma management services and associated clinical supervision, and will be reimbursed for services by the Eddy Licensed Home Care Agency, and there's no funding?
There is. We have the opportunity to earn up to $47,750 over that time
So is
period.
this coming through the feds again?
Yeah. This is part of the DSRIP program. It's an asthma-based outreach, and it's coordinated really through St. Peter's, through their DSRIP. It just got off to a late start. It really didn't get going until January, so they needed to extend the term to fulfill the deliverables of the program.
Just note on here that there is no fiscal impact on here. Which is why I asked.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other further comments, questions? Entertain a motion,
So moved.
and I'll second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Carried.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Next on the agenda is contract number 3411. The department is aging. The vendor is Legal Aid Society of Northeastern New York Incorporated. The estimated amount is $2,779. The estimated term is 1/116 through 12/31/16. The scope of service, the contractor provides legal advice, advocacy, counseling, and representation for older adults age 60+ in social and/or economic need within Albany County. The contractor provides broad community education and outreach to inform the targeted groups of their legal rights. And this is split up into two funding impacts, federal 90%, county 10%. I now open the floor for comments or questions.
What happened here during the contract year in 2016 is the fact that NYSOFA changed the way the units were defined. In the past, the units were defined by a contact with a senior, and they changed it to an hour, which drastically changed the usage of their contract units, as you can see on the fiscal part of it. So what the provider's asking for us is to provide them with the overage that they went through utilizing the units by hour instead of contact.
Okay.
We have the money in the budget to cover this.
That was going to be my next question.
Yep.
It's only 10%, but
Yep.
any other comments or questions? Entertain a motion?
So moved.
And I'll second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Your contract is carried.
Thank you.
Next on the agenda is contract number 3400. The department is law. The vendor is Thomson Reuters. The estimated amount is $36,190. The estimated term is 1 year. The scope of service is legal research and legal books website. The fiscal impact is 100% to the county. I now open the floor for comments or questions.
This is our contract for legal research services online for what's commonly known as Westlaw. The county attorney's office is the contractor and the holder of licenses. We provide the licenses to the other legal entities within the county, with the exception of the district attorney's office. So we provide the licenses to the public defender, the alternate public defender, the sheriff, the Office of Immigration Services, Majority Counsel, and Human Resources.
Okay.
We've developed a process through the budgeting process where there's chargebacks to the departments for their share of the costs of these that quarter. We also charge back Department of Social Services and Department of Children, Youth, and Families for our attorneys within the law department who provide services to those departments for the costs of these services necessitated by our legal role within those departments. It's essentially legal research online. We do not purchase books to the extent that we did in years prior. Very few books do we actually purchase the what we're commonly called pocket parts in the past, the updates anymore. We purchase online legal research. So this is the package for 1 year for the law department as well as those agencies,
Okay. When does this one-year agreement begin?
when we sign it.
When you
it's
sign it?
approved.
Okay,
Yes.
great. Any other questions? I'll entertain a motion,
So moved.
and I'll second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? You're carried.
Thank you.
And I know how quickly the law department responds to me, that's got to be very worth a while.
Thank you.
Contract number 3419, Department is Building Services. The vendor is SRI Fire Sprinkler LLC. The estimated amount is $58,190. The estimated term is 1 year. It is 100% county funded, and the scope of services is outlined as the RFB number 2017-004. And I'll open the floor for comments or questions.
Yes, this is for the fire sprinkler aspect of the construction and renovation of the 12th floor project that we're proceeding with here. They were the only sprinkler bidder, but they were responsible.
Anything else? Okay. Any other questions? Entertain a motion?
So moved.
And seconded, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Carried. Next on the agenda is contract number 3422, Department of Children, Youth, and Families. The vendor is Community Maternity Services. The estimated amount is $30,000. The estimated term is 6/1/17 through 5/31/18. The scope of services, Community Maternity Services will provide specialized independent living skills services as per the Chafee Act for 20 slots at a monthly cost of $2,500 and a total contract amount not to exceed $30,000. And this is actually impacted on 3 different levels. The federal government at 80%, the state government at 12%, and Albany County at 8%. I now open the floor for comments and questions.
Thank you. Good afternoon. The Chafee Act was passed into law by the federal government in 1999. It really is a safeguard for our youth exiting foster care. So it serves youth ages 18 to 21 and to really identify what their needs are, to ensure that they have housing, education, they are employable, and that they do have a successful future. So this program has been in operations for many years. I believe it's 46 that they've been also serving children that are pregnant or have a child between the ages of, again, a young mom of 18 to 21. So they really do support our youth that they can be successful in Albany County.
Wow, what a tremendous program to have in Albany County,
Yes.
and to lead us into that direction is awesome. Any other comments or questions? To entertain a motion?
So moved.
And I'll second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstention? Your contract is carried. Next item on the agenda is contract number 3363, Department of Central Purchasing. The vendor is WB Mason Company Incorporated, an estimated 2-year term. The estimated amount is $36,100. The scope of service, the bid is for the delivery of bottled water and rental of coolers for various Albany County facilities, and the fiscal impact is 100% to the county. I now open the floor for comments or questions.
Basically, WB Mason was the low bidder for our next 2 years for the water, so.
Pretty close, though, weren't they?
Yes, it was very close. And this is one of the only bids that keeps going down.
Is that right?
Plus, every time we bid it, it goes down.
I didn't even realize that WB Mason was involved in the water cooler business, to be honest with you.
Surprise.
It was. I was just as surprised as anybody when I read this.
Yeah.
Any other comments or questions? Entertain a motion,
So moved.
and I'll second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? WB Mason it is. Contract number 3364, Department of Central Purchasing. The vendor is UniFirst Corporation. The estimated amount is $48,000. The estimated term is 3/1/17 through 2/28/18. The scope of service is, this is the last renewal period for the rental and cleaning of uniforms and carpeted runners for various Albany County facilities, 100% county funded, and the estimated amount is $48,000. I open the floor for comments or questions.
As you said, this is our last renewal for this company, this is for the DPW and the sewer district as well as DGS.
Okay. Any other questions or comments? Entertain a motion,
So moved.
and I'll second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstention? Your contract is carried. And that completes the legislative business for Contract Administration Board on February 27, 2017. I now entertain a motion to close the meeting at 4:00 PM.
Move to close.
And I'll second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Meeting is adjourned. Thank you, everybody.
Well done.